I want you and that young man to tie that knot. I'm gonna pray for you. And I want you to hold on to God's unchanging hand, because he helped Joshua fight the battle of Jericho. Yes.
It's the
He helped Daniel get out the lion's den. He helped get off the island.
Let me get straight to the business. Got them lions in the building. Why you lying to the children? Why you lying to the children? RIGHTEOUS. Man, you know I've been to bed. Man, they know contest. Yahuwah, he do the blitz. We will not see you tomorrow. Cause you cannot go to thought. All the sons and all the daughters. Standing hard with big manodas. But my son, he made me Taurus. On that line, I'm still a Taurus. Karate kicking Chuck Norris, 4-5 on my waist. If he started, would not hesitate to get retarded. Oh lordy, he ain't got a PowerPoint, he farted. He thrown into the hills like a Philistine. Jihad hitting Hamites with the guillotine. Situation turned up with the ratchet team. JJ 7000 to the debate lead. I know them haters gon' hate me, but he won't debate me. Pistol off safety. He respond, come wake me. If I don't get up, nigga shake me. If he don't show up, then he fake G. I touch down and make these nigga nuts hate me. Dear brother. Ballin' and crawling all the way from H-Time. Let me get straight to the business. Man, them lions in the building. Why you lying to them children? Why you lying to them children? You gon' cry, you gon' get it. Me, I'm like a frog, nigga, ribbit. Of course, it's in the spirit. I just got the Porsche, she can steer it. Mito got the raw, Shaq and Willie. Lamborghini doors, you better not spill it. Mama's high, say I'm more than just a villain. Mama's cry, I'm dope and wide for her children. Suicide, immortalized as the realest, Death by cop, black suicide. Let me get straight to the business. Got them lions in the building. Why you lying to them children? Why you lying to them children? RIGHTEOUS. Man, you know I've been there. Man, they know contest. Yahuwah, he get the Wow, what's that? Why didn't take it over? Number one debate league, you heard me? When it's up, it's stuck. I'm selling on everything, nigga. Metaphorically, of course.
Well, all right. Once again, putting it down for you and yours. This is another episode of the Lion's Den. The conversation continues, talking about what's on your mind. And we are your hosts. You have Yeshaya Da, JT Raw. I am Brother Mullah Akaya, Big Baby Hebrew. And of course, we have the controller, making sure that all flights, conversations of every kind go down smooth. We have the lioness, the seventh dancer, Lady Karima at the helm. And you, as always, know, we're going to give honor to the Lord in Christ, from whom all positive thoughts flow. And you are now being hit with Virgo energy. That's right, Virgo energy. As you got myself, Yeshaya Da, and Lady Karima, Virgo. So Virgo energy. And that is, we're analytical, political, critical, and we always strive never to be hypocritical. Bars. And as you come in, you know that our tried and true formula on this great social media platform, The Lion's Den. Truthality. Reality is what we can bring you. Okay, always. Truthality. Social media platform, The Lion's Den. And you know we come with what? The 7 I's. And that is intelligence, integrity, inspiration, influence, independence, insight, and information. The facts. And what's the facts, y'all? FACTS. That's frequently accurate, correct truths. That's what we bring you here in the Lion's Den. Talk about what's on your mind as the conversation continues. And of course, when you roll with the Lions, you're rolling with the pride. Not wicked pride, not egotistical pride, but righteous pride. Because we are always PRIDE. Permanently ready and destroying evil, starting with our own. And you know that we're also one faction of the very large anti-coon movement. That's right, no coonery over this way. And what's a coon, y'all? You know what a coon is. COON. That is a complete, obvious, obedient, yes, a boss, ninja. We won't say the other word. We don't want to get flagged because they're always looking for any excuse to take us off the air. But you know, that's what we do. We are anti-coon. And also, this is also the home of point, counterpoint. Sometimes we don't always see eye to eye, and we have differences of opinion. Therefore, we go into point, counterpoint, which is also known as debating. That's right. So you get all kinds of flavors here in the Lion's Den. No holds barred. And of course, when you come to the Lion's Den, you got to understand this one thing. We come in the spirit of Isaiah 41:21. We're always going to be ready to produce our cause from old, new, in between. All right? And of course, 1 Thessalonians 5:21. We're going to always be ready to prove all things. Now, as always, the seventh answer, Lady Karima, JT Raw, Yeshaya Dah, and myself, we're always empathetic and sympathetic at times. But for those of you out there, if you can't handle the truthality formula here on the Lion's Den, we want to extend to you, as always, our deepest sympathies. Because we ain't going to compromise it for nobody. So if you can't handle the truth, you can get out and leave right now. Now, last but not least, with our other beautiful family member, lady, what we call her? We'll call her, I'm going to call her Pretty Face Critic, even though she hates that name. But I am Manna. We want you to understand that when you come to the Lion's Den, we want you to wipe your feet, mind your manners, conduct yourself in an orderly manner, and enjoy yourself. Because if you get out of line, if you got a pocket, the seventh answer, she will kick you up out of here. And we won't be able to say nothing about it because we're not going to say anything about it because we want to get dealt with either. So with all those formalities now out the way, Captain Yeshaya Dah, the seventh answer, Lady Karima has now cleared us for takeoff. So fly, my brother, fly. What's on your mind as the conversation continues, brother?
Well, as you can see by the title of the show, who is responsible for the problems of the world? It's obvious. Job 9:24 said the earth would be given into the hand of the wicked. Who ruling this planet as we speak is the so-called Caucasian right now. He runs the planet, whether it's the so-called Jew or whitey coming out of Europe or whitey coming out of America. They run everything. They're the problem of this world, and they always been. Now, what's going on in our community with our people stabbing each other in the back, that's on us. But the state of our community, why our community is jacked up, why we can't generate no generational wealth come through our communities in America, is because of them. If you Google how many black townships in America, right? That these people have destroyed, flooded out, burnt down to the ground because of lies. I live here in New York. Malachi live here in New York. What they call Central Park used to be a black township, a little small black township in New York. It was called Seneca Village. They destroyed that township, that little township here in New York City, Manhattan, and built that park. Okay? So this for some of our people to say we can't blame these people for nothing, y'all must be crazy. Y'all is crazy. Something's wrong with you. You know how we can still blame them? Because in 1865, they told us we were so-called free. That was a lie. You know, a lot of black people died down in the South, in Mississippi, Alabama, because they had nowhere to go. These crackers there's a thing down in somewhere in Mississippi called the Devil's Punch Bowl, where these crackers were storing tons of our people's bodies in there and letting our people die. Dig? So I'm saying that if we was to have a conversation with the creator of mankind, and I asked him, who is the problem of all nations on earth? What people are the problem to all nations on earth? Let's look at historically. You got white folks saying their ancestors came over here as settlers. Now their ancestors came over here as colonizers. You understand? The original people who were in this land first, they murdered them and took it. You understand? That's how they got this country. That's how they got any country they got in the world. The white people history is murder, rape, robbery, and colonization. That's their history. What great history they got? They claim people in his so-called history that were actually us. Let's look at the Bible. Every character you read about in the Bible comes from the beginning of mankind on earth. How the hell could it be them? Explain that to me. You telling me Adam and Eve was white, so-called white, Caucasian? You telling me that? You telling me Noah was a so-called white man? You telling me Moses was a so-called white man? You telling me the Messiah, the Mashiach, Howard Shai, you telling me he was a white man? You telling me anybody in the Bible was white? When you look at the spirit that's on these people, it's not a righteous spirit. It's an evil, manipulative spirit. The black girl just won the US Open. And this white woman was jumping up in her face because she got her ass kicked by the black girl. Disrespecting her like, like, why you beat me? Oh, you just a nigga. You blah, 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 blah. See, the scriptures is talking to our people, but a lot of our people are deaf. They can't hear. When you look at the people right now, they got an everlasting hatred for us as a people. Who you think it is? Who do you black people in America? You trying to get on the white man team, right? You think if you kiss his boots long enough, kiss his ass long enough, he might accept you. You've been doing that for 400 something years and they still hate your ass. And I'm gonna say this too. You know what makes a lot of our people stupid in this country? That the Most High is bringing forth judgment to these nations all over the globe. You got black folks in this country praying for white people. What? Praying for them? Yeah. You got black people in this country saying white people can be saved. You crazy. Let's break that down. When this man came to this earth, right? He was here for 33 years. He was sent here by the Father to restore Israel back to the rightful position on earth. So he had to have his blood shed for that to happen. And he didn't come here for these nations. What he said in that scripture in Matthew 27, Father, they forgive them, for they know not what they do. He was not talking to the Roman Empire that was about to crucify him. He was telling the Father, forgive his people to leading him to that crucifixion. Christ said in the Bible, he called a Greek white woman a dog. It's in Mark 7:24. Why is it so hard for black people to give up the white man? Why is it so hard for y'all? Ain't y'all tired of these people's lies? I'm serious. Who gave you a white image as the Messiah? You telling me a lot of you black people in this country, because the white man say it don't matter what he look like, but yet you getting your head beat in the streets. Negroes still getting hung on trees in this country. Donald Trump making it harder for us as a people, you know it. Why, when it come to them, you don't want God's justice to be put upon their head? Why? Why not? When they got control of the world, they showed nothing but anger and hatred toward us. You telling me they deserve salvation? This is their kingdom here. That's what that slogan Donald Trump got out there, make America great again, meaning make America white again for us. That we benefit off of everything, you niggas in the back. That's what he means, man. Why you think he deporting all these so-called migrants? Because he want to put your black ass back in them fields, man. You dig? This man want to cut our people's history off in this country. He want white kids not to learn about the horrors they committed upon us and genocide they committed upon us, man. This nigga gonna bring this damn country down. Why I call him a nigga? Because anybody that represents darkness on this earth, that speaks darkness, that thinks in a dark mind, you a nigga. And that's exactly what he is. Because the word nigga means black. That's all it means. Come from the word Niger, N-I-G-G-R, N-I-G-E-R. The prophets was called that in the book of Acts, the 13th chapter, verse 1. Barnabas and Simeon were called Niger, which means black. Who you think threw another G on the letter, on the word, and made it that word? You did? You got a lot of people coming in, like you had this dude, if he coming here and he listening to the show right now. Black, Jesus, Buddha, Muhammad, whatever. Pick a name, dude. Which one you is gonna be? You gonna believe in Jesus, you gonna believe in Muhammad, or you gonna believe in Buddha? Which one? That's the question I'm gonna ask you. But how you gonna say black people can't blame white people no more? Why you think our people so much of our people's in jail? A lot of our people in prison for false charges, man. Free case, man. The hell are y'all talking about, man? When, since we've been here over 400 something years, has these people changed? The hatred, they still got it, bro. It's still there. It ain't went nowhere, man. See, the problem with our people is you living in a dream world. You're not living in reality. Nobody else don't get treated like this, like we do. So these so-called migrants, they feeling the sting, or some of the sting that we felt for 400 something years. But they ain't supposed to go through this. You know that why you think the Most High gonna bring judgment on this earth in America? Definitely America. You know why? Because we fought for all them rights in the 1960s, and you gave our benefits to somebody else. Now you think he ain't gonna get upset with that? You think he ain't gonna be angry at that? Black people going to church, you ain't learning nothing about the Father, man. Let's keep it 100. Your black preacher playing too many goddamn games with you. Y'all don't know a goddamn thing about the Bible, man. You don't know the damn mindset of the Father, man. The Father told you, he said in the book that I'm a man of war, man. That's in Acts 15:3. He said he's a man of war. What the hell is your preacher talking about? That's the question we asking you, man. When you think the Father unleashed him on this earth, the Messiah, Yahweh or Yeshua, whatever the true name is, I ain't gonna get into all of that. But I'm just saying, what the hell you think he coming back to do? You think he coming back to love everybody? He coming back to destroy nations so he can set his kingdom up. And that's a fact. Read the book of Revelations 19, verse 11. Go read it. It's time for our people to wake up, man. I mean, seriously. The clock is ticking on America, man, and it ain't got a long time to go. The clock is ticking on the white world. And be honest with you, it ain't got a lot of time left. And they know it. This man has made so many promises to you white people in America, man. But you know what? He ain't going to keep none of them. And I'm going to tell you why he ain't going to keep none of them. You know why? Because the Father controls time. He controls life. And when he tired of a wicked kingdom, he take it out. Point blank period. America, Europe, you white people in it, you crackers in America, you crackers in Europe, you all part of the same people. You ain't no different. You just in different locations. The white man in France is the same cracker in Spain. White man in Spain is the same cracker in Germany. You ain't no damn different. Y'all thinking you different. No, y'all ain't different. You just in a different location of Europe. That's all. Y'all all the same, man. See, the Most High has appointed the nations their time on this planet. And when he says their time is up, it's up. Nothing this man can do to save this kingdom. Ain't nothing he can do to save this kingdom. Because it's destined for destruction. Their race is destined for destruction, man. See, you can't do as much evil as they have done since they've been on the planet. Going back to Greece, going back to Rome, going back to America, going back to Earth before they came to Europe. You can't do this much evil, man, and don't think that you're not going to pay for it. Nobody don't escape, man. When you do wrong, you're going to pay. He that doeth wrong shall receive for the wrong they done. These people have done wrong, so what you think they're going to get? You think he's going to give them a slap on the wrist? They destroyed the apple of his eye, man. Not just touched it, destroyed it, man, from head to toe. You think this man ain't going to get even with you? See, a lot of you white people in America, a lot of you white people in Europe, wherever you at, you're going to find out that white Jesus is fake. You're going to find that out. You're going to find out that white Jesus is a white lie dream, is what it was. See, your fathers wanted to take the glory of our people away and give it to you. See, anything that's connected to these scriptures is our glory, not yours. See, if our people find out the true truth about this book, then you can understand why their faith can be restored. How the hell a black man in America, black woman in America, who always been mistreated, gonna believe some little goddamn 1969 Woodstock hippie gonna come from heaven and save you from the same image that been beating your ass for 400 something years? Are you kidding? Y'all must be kidding. Time to wake up here, man. Church ain't the answers, man. Church ain't got no answers to nothing. Anybody been to church? All the black preacher do, he preach. What is he preach? Preaching ain't teaching nobody nothing. All I've heard, when I've been to church once in a blue, back in my life when I was younger, all people say, yeah, that teacher, that preacher should preach a good sermon. And they sang all goddamn day. That's it. The book is telling you about the tale of nations on the planet. Now, is that nigga told you who you was in this book? These black preachers act like they know so goddamn much about God. How come they don't know who the hell y'all are?
All right. So with that being said, I'm gonna take over real quick. Jay Snake the Great. I'm gonna you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna answer your question when you ask, well, if the Lord is about mercy and everything else, why did we fall? Why did we go into captivity and slavery? Well, if you believe the accounts that are written in the New Testament, Jay Snake the Great, I'm gonna answer your question real quick. All right, and I tend to not want to like go into a sermon, but what I'll do is I'm gonna give you an overview, and then one day we're gonna go into it on another segment. But real quick, Jay Snake, in the book Matthew, the disciple Matthew, when he, if you believe the accounts, when he gave his account of what was happening at the trial of Christ, when Christ stood before Pontius Pilate and was being judged, okay, on a life and death basis, Matthew testified that Pontius Pilate had deemed Christ innocent, but the entire throng of the nation of Israel in particular, goaded by the ruling class of the Pharisees and Sadducees, had went throughout the throng of the people and put it in their ear to vote against Christ and choose Barabbas when Pontius Pilate would give the decision on who they would choose to live or die. Matthew also chronicled that when Pontius Pilate deemed Christ innocent, the throng of Israel, those who were out there at that moment in time, all said in unison that let the innocent blood of Christ be on us and our children. Now, keep that in mind, Jay Snake, because now when Luke, the disciple Luke, gave his account of what was happening, I'm gonna make a long story short, and I'm gonna chronicle it next. Hold me to this. I'm gonna go biblically next time, but I want to avoid a sermon right now. But Luke testified that as Christ was being led to Golgotha to be lynched, to be hanged, there was a number of women of the nation of Israel who were crying and mourning his imminent death. Christ then turned to them and said, "Daughters of Zion, weep not for me, but weep for you and your children." That is a direct reference to what Matthews testified, that the throng of Israel, when they condemned Christ, brother Jay Snake the Great, when they condemned Christ in that moment, yes, Christ died for our sins and he died for our mercies. But there's one thing that a lot of people tend to overlook, Jay Snake, and that is this. The Lord made it abundantly clear. There's one sin. There's one absolute sin that is unforgivable. And that is when you blaspheme the Holy Spirit. Now, what did the majority of Israel do at that moment? When they condemned Christ, they knew, Jay Snake the Great, that they were murdering an innocent man. And in direct defiance of the one law, one of the 6 things that the Most High hates, hands that shed innocent blood, they stood still delivered Christ up to die. And when they delivered Christ up to die, J Snake, they condemned you and I. When they said, let his blood be on us and our children. And in that moment, when Christ told the daughters of Zion, weep not for me, but weep for you and your children. Why? Because so said, so done. Because Hebrews 10:26 also says, J Snake, that when anyone sins willfully, when you know something is dead wrong and you still do it, there is no mercy. There is no blood of Christ that's going to save you. All you got to do is get ready for a severe or mild spiritual butt whooping, depending on what you did. When Israel, the throng of Israel, condemned Christ to death, they violated thou shalt not murder. Then they double and quadruple down on it and then condemn we, their unborn children and ancestry. And that's why we went into captivity. That's why the Lord condemned us. Because our forefathers and mothers, with their big mouths, condemned us, Jay. And we've been paying a terrible price for their insolence. That's why. But we'll go into it more deeper. But Yeshayah, I see you back. Captain Yeshayah, with your permission, right? What I want to do is you laid out. We're gonna come back to the main topic and everything else, but we're gonna I would like your permission, Captain, to do a detour. All right? Because see what you said, I want to go into some current events if you don't mind. What I want to do, I want to take us to Minnesota. All y'all out there, you know the story, you heard it. When you had a transgender young white male going to a Catholic school and turned the school out. And I'm not saying in a joking manner, although I know I have a way of saying things and it sounds like I'm joking, but I'm not joking. He turned the school out, massacred, and cut down young children. Now here it is. This just happened, right? Out here in Minnesota. Now, all up before this event transpired, you've been hearing Donald Trump want to send the National Guard to fight crime. And where he been dropping all the National Guard? All in black neighborhoods. Because you know how it go. When it come down to bigoted white people and everything else, all the crime being committed in the entire country always falls on our shoulders. Never mind the fact that this Robin West dude now makes about the 225th mass shooting done by white men or in-betweens in this country. Now, I'm not hearing thus far how Donald Trump should go drop troops all up in white folks' neighborhoods who are blasting out, shooting and killing in mass numbers. Where's all that talk that want to go fight that kind of crime? We're the National Rifle Association, the NRA, talking about go drop the National Guard among the criminal echelon of white people. Oh, we ain't hearing that kind of talk. All before just tough on crime. We're gonna go in the black neighborhood. And ever since he done put these troops in black neighborhoods, who are they jacking up? Who are they rousting? But innocent, unarmed, going to work, black folk. All that stop and frisk, all kinds of harassment on unarmed, innocent, hardworking, looking to go to work, black folk. That's who they've been rousting and jacking up. But yet I don't hear none of this talk with this after Robin West went all up in this Catholic church, a Catholic school, and killed all those children. Huh? But yet when you hear, if he's listening now, if he came in, if you got Black, Buddha, Jesus, Muhammad, talking about we shouldn't be blaming white people. For all my white listeners out there, and we know you in, we know you listening. Yeah, we're holding court. We are holding court when it comes to you. And this is not no bigoted, racist rant that we're giving. We're bringing the facts. Because what the good Lord of the nation of Israel is tired of is your foolishness. And your judgment is now at hand. And you know what? On this segment of the Lions Den going forward, myself, Yed Malachiah, Yeshaya Dar, and the seventh answer, Lady Karima, we're saying to the United States government and all those who are listening, we are the children of Israel and the God of Israel. His name is Yahweh, not Ahia, not Yahuwah. His name is Yahweh. Under his great son, Yahweh Shah, not Yahshua, not Elohim. His name is Yahweh Shah. He is now commanding and demanding that you let our people go, that we may serve him. And if you don't want to let us go, we the children of Israel, the real Jews of this planet Earth. And if you don't want to let us go, then brace yourself. Because he's declaring all-out war on you and yours. Not because your skin is so-called white, but because your action and your deeds on this earth have not been right, and they still aren't right. See, Donald Trump, we know what you're doing. Elon Musk, we know what you're doing. Bill Gates, we know what you're doing. Putting these troops into our neighborhoods, because as the book of Revelation said, and other books said, the great dragon would wage war on the children of the Lord. But bring it. Straight up, bring it. What we may not be able to do, we have a higher power now, and he's stepping up. But he's going to put the spirit on a great many of us. It's not going to be no one-sided affair. I'm going to make it clear to you. And this is not we on the line, we're not saying it. We're telling you what the Lord going to do. And he's already doing it. And that's why you're seeing fires, earthquakes, destructions of all kinds, because now you are in the crossbow, in the crosshairs of a divine judgment that you are not going to escape. The same way we had to pay. Yeah, you were given a time to rule, and you were told how to rule this earth, and you ruled it miserably. But the difference between we, the children of Israel, and all you other nations, but especially you Caucasians, the children of Esau, I don't care what your buffer Negroes out here who want to try and protect you and have you escape the name. We are not, we know who you are. Everything you doing is Esau based. We letting you know up front. Your time is up. He can't come fast enough. Even if I got to die in this myself, he can't come fast enough. But here it is, right? You want to know why? For all you elder Edomites, you got your Robin West. You want to know why your young white kids are going buck wild and shooting and killing and mass murdering all over the place? Because see, they know you've condemned them. You've condemned them. You've doomed them. See, all this vile evil that the Lord did allow, it's now getting ready to come home. Be not deceived, God is not mocked. Whatever a man reap is what he sowed. You're going to reap it. You're going to reap it, and you already reaping it. And the more you hold us, the more you refuse to let us go. You want to come here and wage war and attack us. Now, it ain't going to be him waiting around to get you. Your behind going to be judged automatically. See, Trump, my boy, let me see you now go dump your troops and your National Guard to fight white crime. Here it is, and I may be wrong, and you can all Google it, but this is now the 225th, might be more, but at 225th mass shooting by the usual suspects. And where's all this one to drop troops off in white neighborhoods? Huh? And fight your crime. Yeah. See, it don't feel good, right? You don't like what we're saying, but what we're saying is the absolute truth. See, this is why you hate black media. You hate the Lions Den. You hate this great social media platform because, see, here we gonna cut through all the rigmarole. We're not gonna let you sit up here with your ABC, NBC, CNN, and all these other so-called main media networks lying on us. See, some of you out there, you still want to, you asked earlier on, Yeshaya, why come some of our black folks still don't want to get to their thick skulls about how white folks, the majority of them, are giving it up. Look, we know that not all white folks adhere to white supremacy and this doctrine, but we're not dealing with them. We're not dealing with them. We're dealing with the stone cold, hardcore children of, Jim Crow. Now we're dealing with James Crow Esquire. So you got more sophisticated in the Jim Crowing. But we still see you. You're still the same after all these years. You're the children of Cain. Then through Cain came Esau. And you still doing the Cain and Esau way. So now the time has come. No more leniency, no more mercy. The God of Israel is on your head. And for all you so-called Israelites, you want to still wear Islam clothing? You want to still wear Buddha clothing? You want to walk around here in Christian clothing? Never mind the fact that the black church has failed us miserably, and this is why a lot of black people are leaving the black church. But some of y'all, you still want to hold on to what your belief that America's going to go on. Well, that's fine. You are also going to get caught up in this windstorm that's coming. We're not going to make it pretty here. We're not going to give you no song and a dance, some BS make-believe sermon. Yeah, we're going to give it to you straight with no chaser. And I can hear some of you now, oh, you guys sound like you hate. Well, see, there you go. You don't know anything about the Lord. When you read Proverbs 8:13 real quick, it tells you that the fear of the Lord is to hate evil. When someone lying you, that's not time. There ain't no time to love them. When someone is murdering, shooting, and gunning down your people, there ain't no time to be loving that and loving those who are doing it. Oh yeah, and on that note, I want to give a shout out and condolence to the family of Eric Darnell, who we had chronicled in one of our last episodes, one of the black truck drivers who was missing. He was found dead. So to Eric Darnell's family, if you're listening to this broadcast, we in the Lions Den, we want to wish and issue you a hearty condolences for the loss, man. But this is what Yeshaya was talking about earlier. Also the families of Javion McGee, Jamal Williams, Darnell Smith, Demetri Williams, Jamarcus McCoy, Tyrone Smith, Marcus Johnson, Tyrone L. Johnson, Javion D. Smith, and all other black truck drivers and black women that are missing in this country. Yo, all this got to stop. And it's going to stop. We've done our time. Now the parole and ultimately our freedom is now imminent. But in that, it's going to be a lot of song singing and flower bringing in the meantime, in the between time. Look, it's like this. We see exactly what you're doing, Mr. Trump. We see exactly what y'all doing. We know the play. This is no different than what all other world empires, when they had us in captivity, attempted to do. So now we calling you out. You studying us, we've been studying you. And now this is why, and for all our listeners out here in Lions Den Land, don't just take our word for what we're telling you. Go check it out for yourself. See, for every time y'all talking about, oh, you black, we're coming in your neighborhoods to help you fight crime. See, let me just call BS what it is, BS. See, Mr. Trump, the government, FBI, CIA, COINTELPRO, for all y'all listening, right? See, if you really want to help us, you would have been helping us if you'd have been doing what the Most High said to do, and that is issue reparations and cash payments, putting forth the money, giving us, I'm gonna cap it off at 8 million per person. Now, if you're on drugs and whatever else, put that up in escrow and we'll help you get yourself cleaned up. But $8 million per person, per black person in this country, foundational black people, those whose descendants were unfortunately caught up in the slave trade. That's how you should have been helping us. See, we watched you under the Democratic administration, Joe Biden and company. When you issued and doled out all those hundreds of billions of dollars in our face to everybody but us, you just put yourself more so in the crosshairs of the Lord. See, you know what you're supposed to do, but you've hardened your hearts just like the Pharaoh of Egypt did. You're hardening your hearts, and all of your children are now paying the price. This is exactly why the Robin West, the Dylan Roofs, and all the others, the Gerald Klebos, the Columbine killers, the Timothy McVeighs, the Terry Nichols, and all these other young white folks are going blitzkrieg in this country, shooting and killing like it's going out of style because you condemn them and they're scared out of their minds. And you should be scared. Here it is, Donald Trump. You want to try to go into the Smithsonian. Not only are you a president, now you want to be a museum curator, and now you want to try to eliminate Black history. You want to follow this idiot governor out of Florida, Ron DeSantis, and all the others out there. You want to follow their lead and try to knock out Black history. Let me break this down to you. You can't escape what you've done. All you white folks out there, from rich to poor, you can't escape this. This slavery campaign that you put into effect is an absolute stain on this country. And everywhere, and it's not going to go away. You can't erase it. You can't eliminate it. Your judgment is in full effect, and no matter what you do, you're not going to wipe it away. You're not going to, exonerate yourself. You have a lot to pay for, every last one of you. And for some people to talk about we shouldn't be blaming white folk today, you're out of your mind. Straight up. All these policies that they're passing, all this poison they're putting in our food deliberately. And we supposed to just ignore that, right? We're supposed to just ignore all these cancers and all these other things that are being found in the food that is jacking us up. put into effect by former President Jimmy Carter. You are out of your mind. Come on in, Captain Yeshaya. Go to work.
Yo, I want to say something, man. See, he got this mentality that I have to keep the slaves in line. See, we going back to Jim Crow, but it's going to be with a different name. It's going to be Donald Crow. That's the era we living in now, Donald Crow, the Donald Crow era. I got a new name for Donald Trump. See, anybody know the monster Godzilla? He's a monster, right? Well, I call this man, I call him Trumpzilla because he's a monster. He got the same mentality of a monster. He got the same mentality of an animal. You know what I mean? And when you look at him right now, if anybody got real good eyes, this man look like he on his deathbed, man. I'm being honest, man. He do look like it. See, you can't play with the Father, man, and don't think he's not going to play back. See, when he play, it's for keeps. You feel me? See, he been letting y'all, white people, Edomite, Caucasian, European, whatever you want to call yourself, he been letting y'all do a lot of dirty SHIT for a long time. See, I don't know, when I look at y'all as a people, and I'm being nice by even calling you a people, because the Father said, really, he said Edom is a no nation. Basically, that's what he said in the Bible. Y'all are no people. To him, y'all are nobodies. He don't even consider you a people. You understand? Your whole history on this earth is conquer, divide, and conquer, man. Going back to Rome, going back to Greece. What real civilization y'all built? Y'all crackers was at war with each other in Europe, bro. But you know what pissed me off, though? Y'all lie about our forefathers that ruled Europe. See, a lot of our people don't know. A lot of people who you think is them is us. You know how I know that's true? If you could lie about the number one man that walked the face of the earth, take the image, steal his image away, and put yourself in the picture, then what the hell else you ain't lying about, man? Henry VIII, all the Henrys of England were black men. Louis the 15th to the 1st, all Negroes. Even Constantine, he was evil as hell, but he was a black man. Ivan the Terrible, Peter the Great, all were black men. We ruled all of that continent at one time. El Cid, nigga. That's why they jealous. They want to be you so bad, man. Because I'm going to say this, if it's so great to be pale skinned, why you niggas go and get suntan lotion? Get your ass on them beaches. Go to a suntan parlor so you can get some fake melanin in your body, which is going to disappear and go away. You know you want to be us, man. So stop it. Everything that make America the place to be, we brung it to the table, not you. We wasn't here. America be the dead zone, bro. The dead zone, because you people ain't got no flavor, man. You ain't got no flavor to bring to the table. You ain't got no flavor where people want to imitate you and be like you. If anybody on the planet want to be like the white man, you want to be a colonizer, you want to be a rapist, a robber, and a killer. Period. Because that's all you got. You ain't got no real great past, man. Hell, you fooling. Ain't nothing honorable about y'all, man. Get the hell out of here, man. Y'all act like you so righteous. You ain't done nothing on this earth righteous. All your whole history is going into other lands and colonizing them. Abolitionists and all of this, bringing the Bible with you and bringing a gun with you at the same time. If you don't obey, you die. That's your history, man. Y'all fooling somebody, man? You fooling the foolish who don't study. But us that study and know who you really is, you can't fool me with that. When you gonna say this too, being honest here. When you check out the Father, man, if there was a people on this earth that he should just wipe the hell out, I mean, get rid of your ass. Let's keep it real. Who is it? What people would anybody outside of our people? We talking about other nations like the Chinese, Japanese, East Indian, Arabs. If we was to ask all of y'all that question, if the Father was to like make a nation, what nation on this earth would he make extinct? Who should he get rid of? I mean, seriously, let's get into that. Because if y'all look at your history, it's bloody, man. It's blood. What the hell are y'all proud about, man? You got this dude, what's it, Malachi, this dude, Kirk, that white boy, what's his name? His first name?
Charlie.
Charlie Kirk, yeah. I seen this chump, he said on a video talking to this other dude, oh, when we white people came here, we were settlers. Settlers? What? Yeah, after you took the damn land, you settled here. You know what I mean? Oh, like I said the last time we talked, you know who was lazy? You white people that took this land. You was some lazy bitches sitting on your ass. You didn't build this kingdom. You didn't make America great. We made America great for your pink booty ass. Let's keep it real. You didn't make this place great. You didn't make this place hopping and popping. Please. Y'all run around with this hatred for us when we help your ass win wars. We come back, we thinking things gonna change back in World War I, come back, still a nigga in this country. Couple years later, like a little more than after World War I ended in 1917, World War II started in 1939, but America didn't get into it until 1941. We went over there, helped y'all win. Tuskegee Airmen come back thinking things gonna change. We still the same niggas. Get your ass to the back. Nothing we can do to please y'all ass. Even though we built this damn kingdom for you, you didn't do nothing. Stop that. Y'all sat on your ass. You white people are the biggest damn laziest people on the planet, nigga. You colonize every goddamn nation on earth. They build up your society for them, and then you come back and talk evil about them. That's what y'all do. That's all y'all do.
And you know what? What are you doing right now? On every broadcast, on every news station, on every white extremist podcast, everybody talking about black folk. Oh, we're the problem of the earth. You're lying on us about being the biggest criminals in America, which is proven to be a bald-faced lie. Okay? You lied about us academically, socially, politically, and you lied about us so much. Here it is now. You got everyone else trying to join the bandwagon and come against us. But you know why you're really coming against us? Because in reality, all of you know that we are the real Jews. We are the true children of Israel, family Judah. You know who we are. And now the world is starting to acknowledge it. All other societies are starting to acknowledge it. But America, now y'all still want to demonize us. But now this is why you have the Lion's Den. And for all you out there listening, across every racial divide, you know why you're tuning in? Because see, we give it to you again, straight with no chaser, and you need the truth. You want to hear the truth. You tired of the lies of your own people, because now, for some of you white folks out there, that same dragnet All these out of control Gestapo white cops are now kicking off in your behind. Now you starting to see that everything you put out, it comes back on your head, quadruple. And again, all up these last number of months, yeah, you got your paid buffer Negroes. Come on in, Mr. White Man. We need for you to help us with the crime. We know you got your paid Negroes with that grifting bull shenanigans. And I'm gonna name some you Anton Daniels. I'm calling your ass out. I'm gonna call out who else? And you got Anton Daniels. You have this dude, I can't think, oh my God. The Larry Elders, the Jesse Lee Petersons. We calling all y'all out now. The Candace Owens. Oh, but lately, Candace, you've been changing your tune now that you done fell out with the small hats. You done change your
Give
whole
up the white
tune.
boy, then we accept your ass.
Okay? But real talk. All y'all out there with your grifting buffer Negro crap, that's gonna be shutting that down. We're gonna shut all that down. And there are other voices out there. And what we're gonna do right now, we at that 1 hour mark. What we're gonna do, we're gonna take a quick time out. We're gonna welcome you all out there to the Lion's Den. The conversation continues to talk about what's on your mind. And we're your hosts. You have your Shy Dog JT Raw, the seventh dancer, Lady Karima, and myself, Big Baby Hebrew Brother Malachi. And what we're gonna do, let's see who's talking in the chat section. You Shy Dog. Oh yeah, wait a minute. If you're tuning into the Lion's Den for the first time, hit that like and subscribe button because they're free. For some of y'all that may have already been subscribed, make sure, as one of our voices out there, Professor Black Truth said so famously, make sure that YouTube has not unsubscribed you. Make sure you go and get resubscribed. Okay, we know how COINTELPRO works, the counterintelligence program. Now let's see who's talking, Yeshai Dog. We all want to take time out to acknowledge our chat section. Now, first thing first, okay, indigenous black man, bruh, bro. It's an overused sentiment, but bruh, come on, man. Why you always think of somebody regurgitating and stealing your stuff, man? We've been on the air, we've been on the Lion's Den for about 3 to 4 years now. What are you?
Let me know when I can get it.
Let me mute up real quick.
Yo, I am indigenous black man. What the hell you got we stole? Or who's stealing what you claim? What's up? Could you tell me? Put it in the chat, man. Anybody, you regurgitating the same information all along? What's the problem? Go ahead, go back to reading the comments, man. I'll jump back in later.
Yeah, bro, come on, man. We're not stealing anything. See, let me make something clear to you. All areas of conversation are open for everyone to discuss and spin. You have your lane, we have ours. We're not regurgitating what you said first. You didn't say any of this first. Before you, IBM, there was IBM or IDM, whatever fits. You had Christ saying this first. Moses, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Peter, Paul, Luke, John. And then all throughout the annals of history, other brothers and sisters who put it down. Harriet Tubman, Sojourner Truth. Going into our Malcolm X's, Martin Luther King, Medgar Evers, Huey Newton, and other members of the Black Panther Party, Fred Hampton, and so many other black voices out there who was articulating what we talking about now. What are you talking about? We stealing? Come on, knock it off, indigenous. But welcome, family Welcome, brother. Welcome. And as always, we got Salaya Ben Yah all up in the building. We got I know you joking, Indigenous. We know, but I'm playing with you. Why you think I'm saying it in a lighthearted manner? Knock it off. All right, Jay Snake the Great. Welcome, family members. Welcome. We got who else we got going on here? Salaya, Jay Snake. Oh, T Miles. What's happening? But now let me see what's going on. Let me see what y'all been talking about. Oh yeah, but Jay Snake, let me say this real quick. Yeah, Christ died for us, and there is mercy for us. But we had to go through this roughness though first. There still was no mercy for the aspect of blaspheming the Holy Spirit, Jay. Like I said, what our forefathers and mothers did at that moment was willful and beyond being forgiven. But the reason that we're able to talk the way we're talking now and speak the way we're speaking now, and the fact that we did survive this vicious ordeal is because of the mercy of the Lord gave us. All right? Go ahead.
Yeah, when you technically look at it, all white people, you blaspheme anyway. Let me explain why you blaspheme. If you believe in your heart that these people in the land of Israel are the true people of God, you blaspheme because it's a damn lie. If you believe in white Jesus, you accept white Jesus as your Savior, it's a blaspheme because it's a lie. I'm asking any white man or woman in America, any black person in America, in the world, have any white person ever went in the Bible, the book, right, the Holy Bible, and shown you a description of that man? I'll wait. Where?
But actually, you shot, hold on. Well, I was talking about what Jay Snake had asked. You had dropped off for a hot minute, but it was a question he asked about why did we go into slavery. So I was answering Jay Snake. But you know what? But we're gonna use what you just laid out. So Jay Snake, what Yeshua just laid out, they blasphemed the Holy Spirit, and so this is why now all white folks from top to bottom are about to go into slavery. Yeah, our heaven is going to be their hell. Make no mistakes. The only thing that we won't be doing to them is rape. We won't do that. No slavery. No rape. That's it. That's what up, Yeshua. Hold on, Yeshua. Hold on. Mute up. But let me make this clear to you all. For the next 1,000 years to come, a smile will never come across a great many of you white folks' face. We are not going to make it pretty. We want to make it clear to you. Be not deceived, God is not mocked. Whatever you reap is what you sow. The same way our folks was out there singing, swing low, sweet chariot, hoping for mercy, hoping for all kinds of relief from the evil of your fathers. And it wasn't forthcoming. That's coming to you. It's coming to a theater near you. And the Lord said He gonna get you double. Double. So understand that what you're about to face is not gonna be pretty. And see, here it is. And even when He gave you a chance to turn the corner, you still are out here shooting and killing our children indiscriminately, snatching us up off the streets. You think that all these souls that you're murdering are not out there saying, Lord, when are you going to avenge us? The scriptures tell you that if you believe that account. But even if you don't, you think that all these fires in Greece, Rome, all throughout the European provinces, all the floods you see now transpiring here in America, it's going to ramp up. These mass shootings are going to ramp up. And ultimately, we heading towards a showdown. See, we see the playbook, Donald Trump. We letting you know, bring it. We want this to end. You want to wage war on us? Then bring it. Because now the God of Israel, that's why you're seeing all throughout the planet. This is why you're seeing throughout all the planet and all throughout this atmosphere, these not UFOs, not drones, but the warships and chariots of God now mounting and offensive and preparing themselves when the Lord gives them the green light to come here and redeem us. This is why in certain states of Indiana and in certain areas of the Carolinas, people are now reporting, and they're coming outside. There's a video of one white couple who videoed in the sky the sounds of horns, or what we call shofars or ram's horns, being heard in the atmosphere. And there are many of you out there, and they know you're scared to death, and you should be. With all these events happening, we're telling you who's doing it. And again, we're going to say here in the Lion's Den, Yeshaya, JT Raw, myself, Malakaya, the seventh answer, we are the children of Israel. And it's time, under the name of Yahweh, the one true God of Israel, and his mighty son, Yahweh Shai, they're ordering you to let our people go. Let us go, that we may serve him. And if you don't want to let us go, and the more you shed our blood innocently, you and your children, you're going to see more Robin West. You're going to see more of it. Because he's tired now. Yeshaya, go.
See, a lot of your white heroes got their wake-up call. When Hulk Hogan closed his eyes for the last time, he realized that white Jesus was a lie his whole life. Because what came in for him, it didn't look like him. You dig? This is what you white people always find out late in the game. See, the people who you've been spitting on all these years, calling us wetbacks, niggas, all these derogatory names. You know when we get our revenge? When you die. That's when we get our revenge, because you're going to face our power and he don't look like you. You're going to face the angels. They ain't looking like none of y'all. See, you don't mock them. You don't mock the Father. You don't mock the Son. You don't mock the Holy Spirit. Y'all in trouble, man. After they serve the Mashiach's 1,000-year reign, he gonna dismiss all y'all ass from this planet. You're gonna be in one big fireball and get rid of y'all ass. But that's in the scriptures. Oh, y'all don't gotta believe it. Obadiah, read that whole book. When they finish, when that 1,000 years of reign is over, and he get a kingdom to the Father, he getting rid of y'all. He don't got no more use for you. You understand? He don't got no more use for you. Y'all ain't never going back to Europe. Y'all ain't gonna never live in England again, Spain and Portugal and Germany and Austria, whatever, Russia. Y'all ain't gonna be here no more. That's it. Done. He getting rid of you. He don't need you no more. Like the same mentality you act with us. We built this stinking kingdom for you. You don't need us no more. Right? So after you build his kingdom and serve that G, goodbye and good night. It's over. Y'all don't think this is you. Hey, let me explain something. See, a lot of our people on this earth, You go to church, you're not learning nothing. But even a lot of our people, you follow all these different religions. You claim to be a Moor, Islam, and all the rest of this stuff. Y'all don't really know the real true God, the real true power. You don't. But you will learn. Y'all gonna learn. All of you gonna learn the hard way. Because I'm gonna say this too. For many of people who have prophesied and told you people for years that these things are coming, and you didn't accept it or acknowledge it, y'all gonna get caught up in the whirlwind. I'm telling you, man. I gotta, home. I'm gonna tell you what I feel here. Reason why he is taking his time, because he want more of his people to wake the hell up and get their act together. That's what I'm thinking. All right? This ain't no joke no more, man. It never was a joke from day one, man. But our people, like a lot of our people say, Jacob's trouble is about to begin. Look, our trouble really started, let's keep it 100. When we came in this last captivity here and suffered under these people for 400 some odd years, you telling me that ain't been a part of our trouble? Yeah, all this other stuff that we gonna have to face is just added on to the trouble that already was. See, for some of the mentality of people that say that means you think we've been here 400 something years. We had peace treaties with this cracker. We've been at peace with him. We ain't been no peace with these people here. Why you think a lot of our people left the South? Because they got tired of that racist ass cracker down there. Even though there's racism up in the North, but not to the level that it was down South. Okay? These people here, and I'm going to tell it to every cracker in America. Your rich, powerful white brothers and sisters that got the power, they the ones spitting in your face. All right? It ain't us. Some of you act like we chose to come to this country. We ain't chose to come here. Your stinking ass ancestors brung us here on them cargo slave ships, man, and sold us on auction blocks. We ain't here because of our own free will. Don't get it stupid, man. You niggas came over here on your free will. You came over here in the Mayflower and all that other BS, man. Stop this, man. You mad at me? You mad at my people? You got all this hate in your heart and rage for us. We ain't did nothing to you as a people that destroyed the white race in America. But you did, but you pissed. See, we should be the one hate your ass like you hate us. Okay? Our people have been nothing but friendly, God-loving to a people that hate their guts, and we still show you mercy. Dylan Roof, a few years back, about 10 years ago it was, at least 10 years ago. He goes up in a black church in South Carolina, man. Our people praying. They welcomed this punk in there with open arms, and what did he do? He shot the damn place up and killed 9 people, man. As stupid as our people are, when have you heard any young black youth go to his school or any school and shoot it up? I'll wait. I'll wait. Yeah, when this happened. But so much, it's always so much sympathy and mercy for y'all. But it don't, that sympathy and mercy don't come back to us. You crackers got the whole world believing that the black man is the enemy to all nations, and we ain't colonized no nation on the planet. We ain't dropped a bomb on no nation on this earth. Not one of y'all. You East Indians forgot when England, the British came up in there and they tried to wipe y'all ass out? Under Gandhi? Yeah, y'all forgot. You Japanese forgot 80 years ago when America dropped them 2 bombs on your ass, Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Y'all forgot about that, right? Yeah, y'all forgot. Mm-hmm. See?
You know what? On that note, hold up. You know what? On that note, y'all, to the East Indians, and then yet some of you got the nerve to come over here with and the audacity to try to come at us Talking about get out your neighborhood? Excuse me? I know your boy Vivek Ramaswamy got y'all all souped up. And Vivek Ramaswamy, if you're listening to this broadcast, you need to keep black people's business out your mouth. You need to tend to your East Indian affairs and stay out of black people's business. The children of Israel, stay out of our business. Charlie Kirk, you always blocking myself and others who challenge you on your garbage. Because you know who to run that garbage that you running. You know who to run it on. And that's why we here. And we on your head too, Charlie Kirk. Candace Owens, I know how strong your block game is. Officer Tatum, I know how strong your block game is. Because y'all can't take when you're challenged. And we stomp out your grift. This is why all you tuning into the Lions Den, you should be happy that you have a voice and voices like you have right now. Because you have a lot of our people who are selling out, who are willing to be coons, so long as they have a cool spot in hell. But all that's being wiped out too. And so for all of our listeners out there, understand, we're not coming against anybody solely because of their skin color, but their actions and deeds. You want to know why? And yet, some of you out there, here it is, you wondering why 10 million black folks delineated from the Democratic Party. You want to know why a great many of us are now walking away from this government? You want to know why we're refusing to participate in any more protests? Some of you wondering why some of us are being so quiet right now as all these moves are being made on us. Because a great many of us understand this is no longer about us. It's above us. A higher power, angelic powers are now stepping in. And as they defended our forefathers and mothers yesterday, so shall they defend us today. And I'm not going to sit up here in front. I'm scared. If I do make it out on this excess come, if I do make it, which will be by the skin of my teeth, I'm not going to lie, I'm scared to death. Because it's one thing to read the Bible, but to see it now unfolding. And there's still some of you out there, you're going to still refuse to return. That's fine. But when it's all said and done, you cannot say you weren't warned. You cannot say the Lions Den, the ultimate truth-reality format was not here at your service to give you fair warning. Everything you see happening all throughout the earth now is because the Lord is now tired. White America, your sins have now reached unto heaven. Your stench of evil has now reached unto heaven, and now the Lord is saying, no more. And you know what? With each broadcast that we do, after each broadcast we do, He's stepping it up because we're putting that vibration out there. So, bring your National Guard, Mr. Trump. Bring all your troops. Bring everybody to the forefront, because everything you're doing to us now is going to happen to y'all quadruple, and there's no getting around it. There is no getting around it. And this is not a joke. It's not a game.
Let me get in
And it's
there.
not about us doing anything. What we're showing and proving now with the facts. We're showing and proving your social, your political, your economic, your military, all of it is now disintegrating and falling apart. And that's why even in your military, recruitment and enrollment is down because people are tired. And you're going to have now civil war and a race war erupt in this country. That's the next two prophecies that are about to erupt on this planet. And you're forcing it. All your Nazi Gestapo tactics, all of it is going to be met with resistance. Divine spiritual resistance. Okay, I want to welcome Trice Copeland. Hello. I see you in the building. Welcome. I'm gonna mute up Yeshada. I didn't want to get in. Go ahead.
If any Caucasians is in the building listening, who amongst y'all really think in your heart that this man has the power to restore you back to what you once were? He wasn't anointed by the Father. He's not a Messiah. What he is a man to bring forth division and chaos, which exactly is what he's doing. How many of our people really believe that this evil, wicked ass system can change? It wasn't created for you at all. The white man never shared none of his privilege that he created to benefit his people with you. In their mind, it's always they on top, your ass at the bottom. That's the way they think. The scriptures say, when will the wicked restore the pledge? What they have stolen, what they have taken away. They ain't gonna never do that. So he gonna force them to do it, man. Y'all understand? A lot of our people, you claim you go to church, all this, man, and you talking about how much you believe in the Father, but you don't believe in the Father's justice for those who have done wrong. You niggas don't believe in that. A lot of our people, you got an argument when we say the Most High he gonna light this white man ass up for the evils they have committed on earth. Y'all get pissed. You think he's supposed to let all of that pass and go by? Every crime they committed on the earth, he's supposed to say, forget about it, right?
But JT, hold on, hold up, Doc. You know what they don't do though? And when I was in the church, I used to ask this question, but I got no answers. Cause God loves everybody. Then why have black folk been suffering if he loved everybody? We shouldn't question. What do you mean we shouldn't question? Huh? If he loved everybody, they never could explain why we're enslaved, but God loved everybody. Lying. Oh, but now, here it is. We discover the truth about the Lord, about Christ, about the whole dynamic. The Lord loves, he hates. He ought to see, because love has to do with being. Hold on. Mute up, control yourself. I know you want to get in. The lion in you is all, but mellow out for a second. Let the mellow lion speak, and then you're going to come in behind with the raw lion. But yo, again, for all you black Christian folks who still hanging on to that now dying black church, you still don't want to explain if God loved everybody, slavery. Here we are able to explain it to you why we were born in this condition, but it's not about this God, this fictitious God who loved everybody. That's a lie. He don't love rapists. He don't love robbers. He don't love murderers. He damn sure doesn't love anybody who blasphemes and lies on him, who has taken his true image along with his son and his people and lied and put up false graven images. Here it is, right? Even now, right now, we are being proven and shown to be the children of Israel and the whole and the great higher echelon of the other nations. They all know who we are. And you still let these imposters these Israelis still perpetrate a fraud with this state of Israel. When the nation of Israel is right in your face and you know who we are, you know it. This is why we're coming here to condemn you. And for all our Caucasian listeners, you tuning in here, and though it's killing you and it's hurting you to your soul, you know you have to hear this truth. You know you have to hear it because you're tired of being lied to and you want answers. Well, here's your answers. Your forefathers and mothers, all of them who adhered to the white supremacist doctrine, who went savage, using rape, robbery, murder, brutality upon we, the children of Israel. Yeah, we were given in your hand. And the Lord gave you free reign to do what you've been doing. But now you have to pay the piper for all those actions that he never sanctioned. And he told you, when you all take time out to read the stipulations, when we were about to go into captivity in the book of Romans, the 11th chapter, he told you, you better take care on what you do when you get your shot at the title. Don't boast yourself against the natural branches. What did you do? You went mighty whitey. White man up, black man down. You went and took down all the black images that were painted about what Christ looked about, what he looked like, what the prophets of old looked like. That's what you did here in America, especially. You stole everything that we created. Hell, here you had Richard Hennessy steal the formula for what you drink today, the cognac Hennessy, from Pierre Newport, a black man, who gave him the formula on Hennessy. Jack Daniels stole it from who? Yearling, a brother named Brother Yearling. I forget his nearest. I forget Nearest's last name. But you stole that. You even stole our cognacs and formulas for liquors, man. Damn you low down. Everything you have, 400 plus inventions. Here it is. You even
created moonshine, right?
Right, I know. Corn liquor, we know. Hell, even the formula for Kentucky Fried Chicken. Ain't no Colonel Sanders do that. Y'all still putting raisins in your damn potato salad. Knock it off, would you? You done stole everything. And that's why now the Ron DeSantis, the Donald Trumps, and so many others want to destroy Black history and the truth. But you can't escape this. For all you young white folks out there, yes, you have indeed inherited lies. And that's why many of you are now ashamed. And you should be. You should be ashamed. But yet you don't have it in your heart to go before your leaders and demand that they set us free. So therefore, you're not no different. You can keep your whole liberal energy. All you liberals now, y'all, you look. The scripture said there's no greater love than that a man will die for his brother. And for all you liberals out there proclaiming to love Black folks and you all for us having, no, you're not. No, you're not. And that's why all you're going to be judged. In the same way we paid for our fathers' sins and crimes, so must you and you shall. Not might, not maybe, you shall pay. Smash an idol. Welcome. That's right. Push the button. That's right. Bring it. Smash. I hear you, Smash. Because like I said, everything
Let me know
everything
when
that
I
was
can
said.
get in there, man.
Yes, sir. Oh, okay, Raw Lion. I'm not. You know what? I'm not gonna hold you. I'm a mute up. Come on in. Go to work.
Yeah, like you was just talking about the black church. Black church is on life support now. It's on life support. The Most High about to pull the plug. He about to pull the plug because ain't no real true understanding is coming out of there. Ain't no true knowledge is coming out of there. There's no wisdom coming out of there. All church is a fashion show. It's like going to a concert to hear music. Niggas singing and dancing all goddamn day long and ain't learned nothing about what the Most High wants your ass to do. They ain't taught you about the dietary law. Dietary law in the book of Leviticus, the 11th chapter, tells you what you're supposed to eat and what not to eat. And a lot of the stuff you eat, he told you not to eat. When the church service is over, y'all serving ham. Some of y'all serving catfish. Your black preacher's a waste in the black community, man. He got no answers. He can't even break down what all of what's going on in the earth. He can't even explain it to you. Huh? So what good is he? See, Europeans dealing with America here. Y'all been sold a lie by your forefathers then until this very day. Donald Trump don't have the power to bring America back. The reason why he don't have that power to bring America back, because America is on God's watch, the Father's watch, meaning he's waiting and watching exactly what's going on in this country and what y'all doing to us. He watching. He got eyes. He got people watching what y'all doing. And when he say, that's it, it's over, it's over. Donald Trump don't control time, and he don't control how long a kingdom is going to exist. Every kingdom that ruled in ancient times, Babylon, they ruled for a certain period of time. Babylon took it out. But Babylon was the ancient Ethiopians, the Cushites. That's who the Babylonians were. They still in their land, but they ain't got no real power. They ain't got no power no more. Egypt was a power, done. They moved out the real Egyptians and brung in these Turks, Ottoman Turks. Them people ain't no Egyptian, Mizraim. They moved them into the South Sudan of that land. The Romans, they ruled for 200 years, done, gone. Greece ruled, done. You know why you white people have blasphemed? Look at the Catholic Church. Just look at them alone. You got people come to the Catholic Church when they commit a sin, and they go to the priest to admit their sins to him. Like he can forgive you of your sins. They call him in the church, they call him Father. The Bible say don't call no man on this earth your father. Meaning don't put no man in the position of the Father, not the Father he gave you on this earth. You can call your father who brought you here to this world your father, but don't call nobody else the Father. They call these people in the Catholic Church Father. Like this man got permission over all sin on earth and he can forgive you for that. No, he can't. Because the damn priest that you admitting your sins to, he's a damn sinner himself. The hell are you talking? Ain't nobody on this earth completely righteous. Are you kidding? These people got it twisted when it come to the scriptures. I'm gonna say this: all of you white people, you in danger. All of you is. I don't give a damn if you don't believe it or not, but you are. Because even if you didn't play a role, a lot of you gonna say, "Well, I wasn't back then." You know, y'all gonna give that blah 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 blah. You're still responsible. Okay? If you benefit off of anything that your forefathers established until this very day, he holding every one of you accountable. Your children too. You understand? You ain't getting off the hook, man. What the hell would he look like if he beat us to a pulp and let your ass off the hook? What would he look like here, man? When we have not even committed a quarter of the sins that you people have done. We ain't even 10% of what y'all did on this planet. Y'all talk about how bad and evil black people is. Really? What the hell y'all talking about, man? Who the hell could believe that? What fool on this earth believes that? Can you name any time, even when we were in power, that we colonized any nation on earth at the time? At that time? I'll wait. Have we colonized any nation in the last 100 years? Last 200, 300, 400 years? You crackers have done all that in the last 400 years. Everywhere you go, you take what don't belong to you. You want to take the Panama Canal back. You want these people to give you all in Venezuela. I don't know that dude's name, you know, man. Y'all want to get in him. He got to give you all this oil, man. Y'all done rob Africa blind, damn near took every goddamn thing out of there. See, with y'all, man, I noticed with y'all. Y'all hate to admit that you the most corrupt, wickedest, evilest, no good damn people on the earth, but you always ready to point the finger at us. We do one thing on the planet, you niggas blame us for everything. One brother or sister do something, we all as a people got to take the blame for what they've done. But when y'all do it, everybody let you off the hook. They'll say this white boy, oh, he had mental issues. No, the nigga was just crazy, out his damn mind. That's exactly what it was. That man had evil spirits, man, to do that. I ain't crazy, and I'm gonna keep it a buck. I ain't crazy about y'all, but I wouldn't even do that. I'm not worried about y'all children, but I wouldn't go out there and hurt your children. But y'all will do it with us. Y'all will do it with our children. Your white forefathers used to steal black babies from their mamas down in Florida, Louisiana, anywhere in the swampland in this country. Steal the children, tie the children up with a rope around them, and throw them in that swamp. And that damn alligator would attack and eat that child, and they beat that alligator to death. You think he gonna get you all off, man? I mean,
but hold on, Shadow. Hold on. On that very note, but what are they doing today? Now they're using the child protection system to kidnap our children. There, you see police and grown men beating up on our children in these schools. Unarmed. Savagely beating them into a bloody pulp. You see that going on now. They're not feeding them the alligators, but they're feeding them to the prison system for profit. Here you now seeing stories of white folks out here being allowed to adopt black children, putting them in cages, using them for slave labor. What's this actress name? I forget her freaking name. It just the one that adopted.
Charlie.
Yeah. Theron. What she did to those black boys she adopted, her ass should have been brought up on child abuse charges. And this is what some of you white folks doing too, adopting our black boys and putting dresses on them, making them all wear women's clothing and all that other foolishness. Why don't you got all these young white boys and children that want to be adopted, but you're adopting our children and making them wear dresses and makeup and all that other foolishness, enslaving them. See, a lot of you have not changed, and all these stories are now coming out, and you're being revealed with no kinds of protection. Because see, your big daddy Satan, he's up off you now. His reign is over. That's why everything is coming down the pipe for you. That's why.
I'm gonna jump
That's
in.
why.
Let me say this quick point. Public Enemy made a song back about maybe 35 years ago, where Flavor Flav said, "I can't do nothing for you, man. That's Satan telling you crackers. I can't help y'all. You followed me. That's on you. But when the judgment come to you at knocking at the door, ain't nothing he can do to save y'all. Y'all are doomed. Whether you believe it or not." I'm gonna say this too, and then I'm gonna let you get it back. When our people blaspheme and set this man to his death, they thought that was a joke. They thought it was a joke. I'm gonna say this: what you can't do is play with this man and don't think he's not gonna come back and play the game with you even harder, because he will. So what I'm saying to y'all is, y'all don't play too many games. If he don't punish you, he ain't right himself. Do you understand? If he don't punish you for your wicked evil deeds, he ain't right. How he gonna punish our people for what they did, and what we did ain't even close to what y'all did? We ain't even in the ballpark with y'all. How he not gonna punish you? Do unto others as they have done unto you. If he is the power that he say he is, then damn it, he gotta punish y'all. Because I'm gonna say this too. Y'all are worthy of everything that he gonna lay on you. Y'all are worthy. See, going to church, white man, white woman, don't mean anything. See, your white Jesus up in there is false. He's a fake. Made up by your own forefathers. And it was the Spaniard Spix from Spain that created the image. Rodrigo Borges, Pope Alexander VI of Rome, put his son up as the new Messiah in around 1503. He had that picture painted by Michelangelo, Leonardo da Vinci. Put it up to deceive the whole world. When the Bible said that the devil would receive the whole world, all the word devil means is deceiver. Black people have lied, don't get it wrong. But if we ain't deceived the whole world, mean everybody on the planet, never. It ain't never been done by us, but it been done by y'all. See, y'all can dish it out, but you can't take it. You got a lot of white folks in this country, y'all crying. Boo-hoo for you. Who cares? You have to fall for my people to rise. You got to fall, man. You understand? For my people to have love in their heart for themselves and respect, you got to fall, because you always been in the way of everything that came to us. You always been in the way. See, I don't care who don't like what I say, but it's true. Instead of y'all worrying about saving yourself, you worrying about saving everybody else. That's y'all problem. Nobody could be saved but the Most High's children. That's who he made the deal with. He made the deal with our forefathers, not them. He made the deal with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, those three. He made that deal with them. That don't mean nobody else. Jacob had 12 sons, which became the 12 families of Israel. That is for them. It ain't for nobody else. The Most High didn't adopt no other nation. He said the adoption belonged to the Israelites in Romans, the 9th chapter. He didn't say that adoption belonged to the other nations. See, black people, you ain't gonna never learn about God by listening to the white man. And I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. Y'all ain't gonna never learn about him listening to your fake ass preachers too. Ain't y'all sick of these lying ass niggas? I'm gonna call them what they are, niggas. That's all they do. Back in the day, there used to be commercials back in the 70s where a nigga said, if you send me $50, I'll send you a cloth touch from God. Them niggas used to say stuff like this. And some dumbass fool would spend their damn money and get a cloth that ain't got the spirit of the Father on it. Are y'all stupid? The Most High said our people are stiff-necked, hard-headed, rebellious. Most High said in the book that our people are sottish. Anybody know what the word sottish means? Dumb, stupid. Because our people believe anything. You know what the white man said? You want to hide the truth from black people? Put it in the book because them niggas don't read. That's what they said. How many of y'all really believe in your heart what you're seeing now? We're in the final stage of this evil empire. It's got to fall. You understand? The white man on the planet, whether you believe it or not, the spirit that's in him is the spirit of the devil, the deceiver. That's what it is. Some of y'all get pissed off when you say that. Well, what spirit they got? What's the spirit on Donald Trump? Donald Trump lied to every cracker in America that put their faith in him. He lied to all of you dummies. Now he's taking away all these benefits that you used to have. He's taking it away.
And so now, the bottom line is this here, right? If you're tuning into the Lions Den, welcome, welcome, welcome. And as you know, we always want you to hit T. Miles, Peter Popoff, the Miracle Spring Water. That's right, baby. I remember Peter Popoff and the Miracle Spring Water. Okay, on Smashing Idol, you definitely on Smash. That's right. The border of wickedness and the people against whom Yahweh have indignation forever. That's absolutely correct. See, look, it's like this, y'all. When we sit here, we're well aware of the rules, regulations of the SEC. No, not the SEC, but it'll come. I'm getting a brain freeze right now. It'll come to me. So much going on. It'll come back. It'll come to me. All right, but we're well aware of rules that are in play, and certain terminology that we're using. You might think it's racist in nature, but it's not. It really isn't. Okay? But you have to understand that we would not be the liberated moderators that we are if we didn't bring out these truths. Because listen, we're living in a time now where all these lies about our people have to stop. As you can see, well, without the Lions Den, and I'm going to shout out other voices that are out there. I see you, New Breed. I see you. Sister Cabrera, Lisa Cabrera. I see you. I see you, Proverbs 31. That's right, Aquat. I see you. Philip Scott. There's certain connections you have that I don't agree with you, Mr. Scott. I see you. And of course, Professor Black Truth. I see you. and other voices out there. Remnant 144, I see you. The Watchmen of Israel and the Whelp of Israel, I see y'all too. We see all you voices that are out there. There's some of you, like I said, that I have reservations, but then some of you that are hardcore out there, I see you. But the bottom line is this here, right? We would not be the liberated moderators if we didn't dare to bring out all these facts from a spiritual, intellectual, emotional, social, political, and economic standpoint. And again, tonight's title, who do we blame for everything that you see going on in the world today? You can't get around the fact, the white power structure. And we're told, Greece, from the moment Greece was established, that evils in this world were multiplied. See, this is why Donald Trump, the Ron DeSantis, okay, and all these other, the Elon Musk, Bill Gates, and all these others, the Joe Bidens, and so many others. You've been working so feverishly trying to keep we the children of Israel down, and that's why your children are now paying for it. And this is why now your children are now bombing on you. All these mass murders. Yet I haven't heard Donald Trump sending in troops into white neighborhoods. But you're so concerned about our crime rate. You want to come in and help. You're not helping us. You're not helping us. Because see, if you were helping us, your Bull Connor and all these other white leaders of yesterday would never have taken the monies that we were getting in our schools to educate us properly. You wouldn't have cut all that. You cut everything. You cut the social spending. You took out all the programs. You did it deliberately. That's what we need. We don't need anyone to come in here and regulate us on a militaristic basis. It's the money. It's resources that we watch you give all these illegal immigrants. And you're still giving money to Ukraine. You're still giving money to Israel. You're still giving money to everybody but us. But now all that's it's being brought to a halt. And for all you white folks that's crying out there, don't cry now. Please don't cry. This is what you ask for. When you voted Donald Trump in and you want to vote down us getting reparations, you want to vote down us getting Medicare and Medicaid and EBT because you wanted it all for yourself. And now, look at you now. Look at you now. But don't blame, but you got some black Jesus, Buddha, Muhammad, other Negro sympathists that want to come out here and talk about we shouldn't be blaming white folks. See, let me clarify. See, there's certain things that we're doing among ourselves, yeah. That's all our fault. But all these policies and war machines that are being put in place, this white media continue to tell lies about our people. So when you, like as Malcolm X said years ago, when the media is being allowed to lie on our people and put it out here in the world, they're doing that for a reason. So that when they send in the police, when they send in the National Guard, and here it is, 65 years later, everything Malcolm said will come into play is now in play. So that when they move in on us, they want to make it where our image is so bad that the world will say they need to be left, they need to be dealt with in a harsh manner. But no. All that's got to stop. And that's right, Smashing Idol. COINTELPRO, the counterintelligence program, all that now is being destroyed. See, that's why all YouTube algorithm, okay, we know you're messing with our algorithm. When we had thousands of listeners now, y'all come in, cut it, all right? You're ending people's subscriptions. They got to stumble upon our show. We know what you're doing. You're out here giving our viewership to other mediocre, lukewarm podcasts and streamers. We know what you're doing. We understand exactly why you're doing it. But you can't hide this social media truth platform. You can't hide it. The Lord said his word don't go out vain. And that's why the Lion's Den is being seen and heard. Most notably by your children. See, for all you white women that's listening to this show, see that DEI? Yeah, sure. You got 300,000 plus black women now feeling the effects. And to my sisters out there, all that city girl magic, that black girl magic, city girl magic, and city girl this and all that, and you don't need no man. What you got to say now? I'm not gloating, but all you 300,000 black women out there, you were warned, you were told. See, now now Donald Trump is going Nino Brown on you. Black woman, you being used as a weapon against your black man, your services are no longer needed. And bow, you out of here. 300,000 you are now out of a job. Rockabye, baby. Now you got to come home. And your pride, now you got to come home. Because see, now you're finding out that whole women's lib. While white women had you up to talk about you don't need no black man and blah, 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 and yah. They were going behind your back, sneaking around the back door, getting with Pookie, Ray Ray, Little Pistol Starter, and any black man they can get their hands on. And oh yeah, you white women, that's now you see, now that DEI thing, now you see they coming for you. See, your white man has a problem with the fact that you white women don't want him no more. See, that's why they're cutting your jobs too. See, that you're the real target, white woman. See, it bothers white men to see pretty white women that they want y'all looking for a black man to get with. They bothered by the fact that you don't want to have their children. So they're trying to enslave and put you back in order to depend upon them. You're the real time. Yeah, the black women are the casualty of the DEI destructive mode. But you white women, all you pretty Farrah Fawcett types and all, he really mad at y'all because you're chasing black men. Hell, even on the colorful voyeuristic pornographic tip. Yeah, look, it's out there. We don't pretend it's not there. All the images of white women loving and reveling in black men's enjoyment bothers him. That's why they've been cutting you, cutting your job, you got too much money on your hands to be chasing after Leroy, Martavius. Yeah, that's right. And yeah, that's right. We know the game. And we just gonna put it out there. We're not sparing no blow. We're not sparing no quarter. And so therefore, we are just letting it be known. And that's why you're tuning here to the Lion's Den. This social media platform, we cut no corners. And we're gonna keep right on rolling. See this Robin West issue. all right, shooting up the Catholic Church. See, you think the Lord has forgotten about all the rapes, all the child molestation? Now, I bet you $1 to a donut in the ensuing days about this transgender Robin West, what you gonna find out? You're gonna find out that he was at one time in the Catholic Church, and I guarantee you're gonna find out he was a victim of being raped. I guarantee you. Oops, sorry. You can't say that now. You can't use that word. He was a victim of being taken off, violated physically. I guarantee you it's gonna come out. This is not an isolated incident, but this killing, these killings are showing you where we're at in the world today. What are driving young white men and in-betweens to go berserk and go bonkers? Because again, the judgment of the Lord is now upon you. And what you've done to our children is not going to be done to yours. And all you other nations out there who got on board this whole white supremacist train, now how do you feel now that they're coming against you? You thought joining the bandwagon, coming against black folks, coming down on us, you thought that would get you a pass from the white supremacist wrath? Nah, they used you. And then when they had no more use for you, now you crying, well, Negroes, why don't you come fight for us? Negro, where you at? Black people, why won't you come and fight for you for what? In the immortal words of Janet Jackson, what have you done for us lately? Where have you fought for us lately? Where are y'all at on the issue of reparations and cash payment for black folk? Oh, I know where you were, voting against it, fighting against us. The black church, you want to know why droves of black people are walking away? Because that hustle is now dead. So all you white banks that own the black churches, your Citibank, Bank of America, and all the others out there, you know who you are, all the culprits. Your money grab in black churches is now up. You got to go. That's why they're walking away, because see all the fakery. You thought this was going to go on forever? You think America is going to continue? No, you are now being shown you were lied to, and you are sadly mistaken. Because why? Our enslavement was not meant to be forever. But yet y'all harden your hearts and you continue to hold us hostage here. But I'm going to keep on repeating it. It is time for you, America, to let we, the children of Israel, the black Americans, and all others of so-called Negro descent who make up the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, let our people go, that we may serve our God. You don't want to let us go? More hell and more tribulation is going to be heaped upon you, and a great judgment is about to transpire on every last one of you. Because you made no effort to right the wrongs of your forefathers and mothers, and you're worse than your fathers. That's why we're showing you why your economy is going to the toilet. That's why your social is going to the toilet. Everything you heap upon us, depriving us of our rights, depriving us of our lives, all that's now you got to give accountancy for. You can't run. Here it is, we do this wonderful show and broadcast, and yet you want to put in algorithms to block the viewership, but yet people are still hearing us. Why? Because the Heavenly Father is with us. But now, we've given you a good 2 hours, okay? And so, before I sign off, let me see who else is talking up in here. Wait a minute, we got Dominic Liddell. I am Manna. Welcome, family. Welcome, you two, especially. Because you already know the credo of the Lion's Den that I am Manna laid down. When you come to the Lion's Den, wipe your feet, mind your manners, and conduct yourself in an orderly manner. That's the credo. Welcome, I am Manna. How are you? Dominic Liddell, how are you two? I'm so glad to see you. We are Ahava Grafted In Pod. Welcome. Good night to you. Welcome. So we've been having a discussion about now about to close up, but now with y'all are here, now I am now inspired. Hold up, Smashing Out, you on fire. You said in 2015, Rachel Dolezal, who was the president of the Spokane, Washington chapter of the NAACP, became the subject of national controversy after her parents publicly stated that she was a white woman. Yes, she was passing. That's right. Okay, I see you've been doing your homework. But and that's why Smashing Idol, she got exposed. But it's a lot of them out there. See, this is also biblical prophecy. The book of Isaiah 14:1 said that when the time of our redemption and us being brought back into power, that a lot of people, lots of nations would graft on and cling to us. And we're seeing that. Why do you think that everywhere you look, everybody worrying about what we're doing? I thought we were the criminals of the world. I thought we were the troublemakers of the world. I thought the world would be better without us here. But everybody worrying about what we gonna do, what we gonna say. Why won't we protest and why won't we get? No. See, what we're doing is what the Holy Bible said was gonna happen. Now, as all you other nations galvanize and come together under your banner, we now are coming under our banner. We're now getting on code. See, there was one thing that J. Edgar Hoover had, one of the founding members of the counterintelligence program, the second half being George Herbert Walker Bush, who was head of the CIA and former president of these United States. J. Edgar Hoover said he feared one thing: Black unity. See, despite all the efforts you have made, putting poisons in our food and doing all these other heinous acts, we still are coming together. The 12 tribes of Israel, the real Jews, we still, even with your COINTELPRO and buying out certain Israelites who are out here faking the funk. Even though you might have bought them off, there are a great many of us who have not sold out, who have not bowed the knee to Baal. And we on your head now. And we coming. Not by our power, not by our strength, but by the power of the true living God. That's why we're saying what we're saying and pointing out why you're falling economically. You didn't want to share the money. You didn't want to share the wealth, and you've been robbing us then, and you're still robbing us now. But now, your dollar ain't worth a damn. Now, Your money is now being shut down and turned down. And no matter how much you try to go out here and gangster and take from other, now everything that you did, Esau, everything you've been doing, Edom, I don't care about the Israelites who want to talk about you not, Esau. I don't care about that no more. It no longer matters what they think. You're proven to be exactly who the Bible said you're going to be. You're doing everything in your power to hang on, but it's over. And it's going to continue to be over. And that's why your children are now striking out against you. The more you try to demonize and weaponize your National Guard and your police force to come against us, you're now mounting an assault to attack us because you see our rise. You're bringing in the book of the Bible, 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter. You bringing in the race war. Then bring it. Bring it. We can't run and we're not going to hide, but the God of Israel is now raising up. The angelic forces are now raising up. Bring it. Because see, the same way he let you rise for a hot minute, now he's giving us back our power. In spite of all the poisoning of our foods and putting all these cancers and autistic poisoning, now you're feeling the wrath. Now your kids are feeling the wrath. Donald Trump can be a curator and try to remove every piece of black history from every museum, school. No, it's not going to work. Your judgment is in full effect. And this is not a joke. It's not a game. It's not about, again, pile up on you because of your skin color, but your actions and your deeds. This Robin West issue is only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse. The more you attack us, the more you harm us. It's only going to get worse for you. But your leaders out there, you're hardening your hearts. It's okay, fine. And that's why when we come here on the Lions Den, all we're going to do is bring it to you straight. Like I said, we're not anyone who hates. We're not bigoted racist. All we are bearers of truth. And this is not open for debate or discussion. Because why? You, white America, you are pushing this issue. Here it is, you have all these fake people out there in Israel, the Israelis, fighting over a land. The Israelis and Palestine, y'all both fighting over a land and dying over a land that belongs to neither one of you. Oh, he's anti-Semitic. No, I'm not anti-Semite. It's Shemitic. The actual term is Shemitic. I can't be anti myself. I'm Shemitic. So you can run that on somebody with a GED. No, not even having a GED is not so bad. But run that on somebody who brain dead, man. Yeah, I'm letting it all hang out. Your Benjamin Netanyahu, all the war crimes he guilty of, you're not going to escape. The whole evil of impersonating the true Jews. The Most High not going to let y'all off the hook for that. We're not letting you off the hook for it. So we calling everything and everybody to the table now. because it needs to be said and it needs to be done. Oh, you say Jay Snake the Great? You want to know why Rachel Dolezal was able to get away with that? Because she was a paid agent, my brother. See, J. Edgar Hoover's long dead, but the counterintelligence program is in full effect, and let's not forget that the NAACP was formed and founded by white people, white funded. Look, the name alone should have let you know something was not right. The National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, really? That whole colored people, that should have let you know what was up. But that's how she was able to get away with it. It was a white formulated and founded program. Many of the administrators and controllers of the NAACP are white. So Rachel Dolezal, what she did was she took it to a whole nother level. She just blended right on in, and she was welcome. She was allowed to do it. That's why. Okay. You best believe that some black man was in there helping her. I don't want to say the words that I want to say because this is a family-oriented show. She didn't just get up in there and blend it right in. They knew. There were a lot of them that knew who and what she was. The NAACP is the same organization that has been against the advancement of our people. That's how she was Jay. That's how she was able to get away with it. When you got companies like when you have companies like Wells Fargo, who back in February of 2024 gave a $50 million gift donation to the various chapters of the NAACP, and the same NAACP was one of the main people in the forefront blocking reparations for black folks, using the Reverend Amos Brown and other black and white members of the NAACP and white members in blackface voting down reparations. That's why, Jay Snake, because they're on the payroll. They are counterintelligence operatives. I mean, her arrogance, though, was beyond, and I guess someone in there got tired of Rachel, and that's why she got exposed. Besides her parents, there were others who got tired of her. Okay? But that's how she was able to get away with it, because the NAACP in its formulation was founded by white people with black faces as the front. Okay? Let me see. Hell, oh, you know what, Iron Man? You said, hell, their baby is getting gunned down too. That's right, Iron Man. You know what, Iron Man? Let's keep it 100 though. Their baby's getting gunned down. Look at what they've been doing to us though. Look at and I know where you're coming from, and I'm going to show you why. See, the Lord's reaction on all that they're doing to us. That's why it's coming down on them. Look at all the unarmed black men, women, and children. Then and now, they're still with their Gestapo and Nazis in our neighborhood beating up on us, gunning our children down, beating up on them. That's why their babies are getting gunned down. The Lord sees everything, and therefore now this spiritual issue is just getting more and more critical and much more revealing. See, now the time has come where these demonic forces are out here carrying on, acting up. Now the Lord is stepping up his game. You think the murder of Malcolm Jamal Warner, you think the murders of all of our young black men in the entertainment field is not going to go and black women too? Not all of them were out there with that Luciferian thing. Not all of them were down with all that Masonic crap. A lot of them fell away, and those who fall away wind up catching assassin's bullets. Here it is, Malcolm Jamal Warner was in the process of showing and proving and breaking down a lot of evils. Next thing you know, he supposedly goes someplace, I think it was Costa Rica, somebody correct me if I'm wrong way, but anyway, and suddenly he went someplace where he couldn't swim and drowned. And when no lifeguards were on the beach. And the story's still changing when it comes. But my point is, on that note, here you have comedian Reggie Carroll, who was gunned down last week while on tour with Cat Williams. You think that's just happened in a vacuum? They've been at the Cat Williams for a long time. And after this whole interview earlier on in the year with Shannon Sharpe, they got Shannon Sharpe where he fell for Becky workout and put himself in a sling. But they've been coming for Cat for a long time. And sometimes if you can't get the warrior, take his heart. Reggie Carroll was a real good dude. And they cut him down. And who they used? A Negro. There's still some of our people selling us out. But you think this is all happening in a vacuum? Every time you see a black man in particular, especially within the entertainment field, now putting a halt on what he's seeing and want to back up. Every time they want to do good and do right, all of a sudden they get killed. I know some of you out here, you may have heard of the rapper who called himself at one time King Von, but he was known as Davon Bennett. His government name, King Von. Oh, we done heard the tales. Oh, he was a murderer. He was a monster. I get all that. Yeah, he had his issues. But you know what? How many of you are aware that when it came to Davon Bennett and his mans, Lil Durk, I forget his government name, but how many of you are aware that, like I said, as Malcolm X said, there come a time where men will see their evils and see their wrongs and want to make it right. But you'll have forces out here that as soon as you do that, they come against you. How many of you were aware that at the time of his death, Davon Bennett, along with Lil Durk and other interested parties, took on the late John Singleton and the late Ersham Dunham, known better as Nipsey Hussle? They took on their blueprint to try to do what's right and was seeking to buy the world famous or infamous real estate area known as O Block. That's right. In 2020, he hooked up with that's Mr. Bennett, Davon Bennett, King Von, was in talks with certain other investors trying to garner money to buy O Block, the whole entire complex. And then he suddenly gets cut down. He's in a rap beef and blah 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 blah, and he gets cut down. Then in September of 2022, a story goes public where the real estate company that owns O Block goes public now looking for a buyer. Lil Durk, he wasn't shot. He's still trying to make the deal happen. Now Lil Durk is up on what? RICO charges. What am I getting at? This conspiracy against rich black men who now, when they want to turn the corner and they see the error of their ways and want to make it right, they get stopped. Look at Cuba Gooding Jr. Oh, he was cool when he was a good little buck dancing Negro and chasing Becky. Oh, he was a good little Negro. Show me the money. It was all good. But now when Cuba Gooding Jr. went to take $20 million of his money and try to open up a following, that's right, John Singleton and Nipsey Hussle want to look into and investigate building a center for troubled black men to get them on their feet, to get them right. They come out of prison, get them right, get programs going. All of a sudden, his father, Cuba Gooding Sr., gets cut down in a hail of bullets, assassinated. Then Cuba, right after, gets arrested for sexual molestation. That's the playbook at every turn. And other black men, not so famous or not in the entertainment, when they want to do what's right, they get met with all kinds of resistance. See, ain't nothing new under the sun. Ain't color. Yeah, that's right. Smashing idol. You on fire here. But real talk. Notice the pattern, my brothers and sisters. Notice the pattern. See it for what it is. Here it is at one time, this great platform. We were getting thousands of viewers. We were getting up there. Now our algorithm is interfered with. And here it is, with as hot and on point as this show is. You'll see in the section 100 views. Then it'll go to 90 views. On Facebook, the stream is a little bit more. The numbers are a little bit higher. But what I'm pointing out to you is they're going all out to attack this social media platform and other black media platforms that deal with the truth. But I'm saying all these black men being shot and killed and cut down. Okay? See, Cat Williams wasn't with the program. Cat Williams himself said that 2025 going for, it is up for everybody. And so now, the murder of his man, that was just a message. Some of us, we may have to die in this thing. Because they're not going to go out without a fight. Even if it means my life, then so be it. But look, we can no longer be afraid to tell the truth and say it like it is. And all you buffer Negroes out there, your contract with hell, your contract with this country is going to be shut down. Your services are no longer needed. And you about to get lullabied and rockabye, because the Lord is not playing. Now, all you out there in the sound of my voice, like I said, don't take our word for it. Don't take my word for it. Don't take the Seventh Answer Lady Karima's word for it. Do not take JT's word for it. We want you to get up off your duff. And everything we talk about on replay, go research it yourself. But pay attention to how the Lord works, though. Donald Trump releases all these National Guard, and they're in black communities. And what are they doing? All they're doing is harassing black law-abiding citizens. See, we don't, and you got silly Negro. Well, we need for you, Master Trump, and all y'all to come regular. That's a bunch of hogwash. But yet, with this Robin West mass shooting, again, I want y'all to pay attention to how the media works it. Oh, here come the mental illness card. That train, as Professor Blacktrue say, it's never late. Here come all he had mental issues. Get out my face. What we're showing you is the trap you lay for others is the trap you fall in. And Mr. Trump, if you're listening to this broadcast, Elon Musk, if you're listening, and you probably are, the God of Israel is on your head. And we, the children of Israel, no matter what you do, no matter what efforts you make to stop our rise, you're not going to stop it. We ain't going to be stopped. As cliche as the song is, ain't no stopping what you can't stop what you didn't create. You can't put the brakes on our resurrection and our rightful place back on this earth. You didn't make us. And you can't break us. The Lord did that. But now he's giving it all back. And we're going to put on our manhood. Our women out here who's true to us, they putting on their womanhood. And though a great many of us, great many of our people may not return and want to still hold to this system, now you're seeing voices out here. We can't be bought, and more importantly, we're not going to be sold. And again, the more you heap on us, the more your children are going to suffer. That's right. It's not going to be a one-sided affair. And though it's not being talked about in the media, we're already hearing unofficial reports of black men and black women, some black women out here bombing and blasting out on these criminals disguised as police officers. That's right. People are tired of it. It's not going to be no more massa, and you can just beat up on us with impunity. So now, they take what? They're in here taking out. Who's putting taking your comments, Smashing Idol? You know what? I said it earlier that our algorithm is being watched and monitored. So that's probably what's happening. So like I said, we know who's doing it, Smash. Okay? But the bottom line is we're not going to be stopped. And that's right, Iron. You know what? Thank you, Iron Man. Bring it out. It's always when you're trying to make a change and make good. And see, we have to point these things out because, see, again, we can't look for so-called mainstream media. Look, your enemy is never going to have anything nice to say. So therefore, this is why we do what we do here. We don't get paid a nickel, but you know what? We don't care about the money. It's not about money. Some things go beyond money. When you're given your calling, and what's a calling? It's a God-given mission to get out here and do and say what need to be said, when it should be said, or how it should be said, or to get out here and get a thing done, how it should be done. You can't control yourself. All you can do is move as the Holy Spirit moves you. And that's right. We're going to bring it out, sis. We're going to bring out all these points. We're going to elevate all the beautiful black women that's making an effort to do the right thing, and they're getting shut down, and they're getting crossed out. You think the blood of Sandra Bland is going to be forgotten? No, it's not. And George Floyd, he had his shortcomings. But you think his blood and the way he was brutally murdered? See, let me tell you something. What Derek Chauvin did that day, that's put a warrior spark in our people too. Cause see, I'd be damned if I'm gonna lay my life down for any of you criminals disguised as police officers. See, all you Gestapo Nazi, neo-Nazi minded criminals disguised as police officers, you will no longer, by God's decree, be allowed to hide behind the color of law, to use your vicious ways and means to execute us, and we're not going to fight back. And that's why you're seeing the rise of now police getting shot, blasted on, because people are tired of it, man. You may do it to some, but now more and more you're seeing the retaliation. And this is why some of you are tuning in on the low, listening to this broadcast, because you know what we're saying is the truth, the gospel truth. And you can't stop the voices of God in all their various incarnations, because like he told Moses and so many others, Judith and all the other great men and women of old to now, all you do is open your mouth, and I'm going to give you the words that you must, need, and will say in my name. And I'm going to continue to repeat it. And I'm going to add on names now. Not only do you have Yeshayah, the seventh answer, Lady Karima, our brother Malachiah, but I'm going to add now I Am Manna, Smashing Idol, Dominique Liddell. We are the children of Israel. And we are now ordering you, America, white America in particular, to let our people go, that we may serve our God. Holding on to us, if you refuse, let us go, then brace yourself for the severe spiritual butt whooping that you so righteously will receive. And for all of our non-practicing Hebrew Israelites out here listening, you can hang on to all your false doctrines. You can hem, you can haw, you can deny to your heart's content. But you are now seeing the God of Israel, the God of the Bible. His will is now happening throughout the entire planet Earth. And everything and everybody is going to be brought under his much needed iron-fisted guidance. And so now, With all that being said, oh, your Howard's portion. Okay, you did it by you retracted one by accident. The others, look, the others are happening because again, we're being monitored. Let me make it clear to y'all. We're being monitored. Our algorithm has indeed been interfered with here on the YouTube side of things. So don't be surprised if we have certain forces that monitor who says what and who does what is now in here, and some of you are intense and smashing out, or you're going all out. They don't find what you're saying disturbing, and they're pulling certain things, and then think that we're too dumb to notice it. I'm not surprised. I'm not shocked or anything like that, right? But we thank y'all for coming up here and listening to us. Okay? And I thank you for your contributions. But you know what? Woo! Funny how time flies when you're having a beautiful time. But in my neck of the woods, it's about to be 11 o'clock. So it's time for me to go. So you have now been thoroughly informed and given a thorough, fact-filled, information-laden episode of The Lion's Den, the ultimate truthality social media platform. All right? We're here in The Lion's Den. Nothing is off the table. You want to talk about astrophysics? We have those who come here and do that. You want to have debates? You like a good debate, good showdown, an intellectual joust? That is offered. There may be some out there who don't agree with what we say here on this platform, and they want to come with a counterpoint. That's offered too. See, nothing is off the. This is what makes it so the Lion's Den so great, because variety is the spice of life, and everyone is given a fair shot, leaving it up to you, the viewers and listeners, to make up your mind on who you want to rock with more than anything else. So, as I get ready to close out, I want to thank Smashing Idol for bringing the heat. Yahweh's portion. I am Manna. I want to thank Ahaya Grafted Empire, J Snake the Great, Dominic Liddell, T Miles 15, and of course the indigenous black man. And some of y'all out there, y'all do be copying him, so y'all stop. Salaya Ben Yah. Yeah. Okay. And who else been up in here? Now I wonder where Mississippi is tonight. Well, all right, that's fine. He ain't coming tonight. But all y'all here in the chat room who laid it down, yet even unbiased Ron, I thank you all. We all thank you for bringing your contributions to the Lion's Den. And don't worry, although we're signing off, the conversation is going to continue. So now, Lady Karima has given us a clear runway for us to come in for a landing. And we hope that you've enjoyed this flight. Okay? Almost 3 hours of airtime and good times, vibing, clicking, and politicking. So we give honor to the Lord in Christ, from whom all positive thoughts flow. And on behalf of JT Roy, Yeshaya Dar, the seventh dancer, Lady Karima, and our brother Malachi. Again, we give honor to the Lord in Christ from whom all positive thoughts flow. We want you to get up off your duff and check things out for yourself, to make your own conclusions, because at the start and end of every day, it's up to you out there to make sure you study to show yourself approved. And as always, in closing, you're going to learn something before it's said and done. And we here on the Lion's Den, in the spirit of our beautiful brother once known as Mr. Don Cornelius Sadie say, imparting Shalom, peace, Ahab, love, and Napash. Please watch over, guard, and preserve your soul. And we are up out of here.
I want you and that young man to tie that knot. I'm going to pray for you. And I want you to hold on to God's unchanging hand, because he helped Joshua fight the battle of Jericho. Yes.
It's the old
He helped Daniel get out the lion's den. He helped get off the island.
Let me get straight to the business. Yeah. Got them lions in the building. Yeah. Why you lying to the children? Yeah. Why you lying to the children? Yeah. RIGHTEOUS. Man, you know I've been to bed. Man, they know they no contest. Yahuwah, he do the bled. We will not see you tomorrow. Cause you cannot go to Thora. All the sons and all the daughters standing all with big manodas. But my son, he made me Taurus. On that line, I'm still a Taurus. Karate kicking Chuck Norris, 4-5 on my waist. If he started, will not hesitate to get retarded. Oh lordy, he ain't got a PowerPoint, he farted. He running to the hills like a Philistine. Jihad hitting Hamites with the guillotine. Situation turned up with the Ratchet team. JJ 7000 to the debate league. Yeah, I know them haters gon' hate me, but he won't debate me. Pistol off safety. He respond, come wake me. If I don't get up, nigga shake me. If he don't show up, then he fake G. I touch down and make these nigga nuts hate me. Dear brother. Ballin' and crawling all the way from H-Time. Let me get straight to the business. Man, them lions in the building. Why you lying to them children? Why you lying to them children? You gon' cry, you gon' get it. Me, I'm like a frog, nigga, ribbit. Of course, it's in the spirit. I just got the Porsche, she can steer it. Michael got the raw, Shaq and Willie. Lamborghini doors, you better not spill it. Mama's high, say I'm more than just a villain. Mama's cry, arms open wide for her children. Suicide, immortalized as a